Hello and welcome to UFC Connected. Back in 2013, middleweight Uriah Hall burst onto the UFC landscape in spectacular style as a competitor in The Ultimate Fighter. His devastating finish of Adam Seller demonstrated just how effective a perfectly executed kick can be in the octagon. We caught up with Prime Time to go through what he believes are the most devastating kicks in MMA.
I love kicks. If you learn to whip your hips and your leg, you can pretty much chop anybody down. What's up, guys? This is Uriah Hall, and these are my top 5 most devastating kicks in MMA. At number 5, the leg kick. So leg kicks, low kicks, one of my favorite techniques. It's a great way to chop somebody down. If you can kick like Edson Barboza or even my man, Jose Aldo, you can really send someone to the hospital. Edson Barboza, he bounces a lot. We see his hands really close. That means he's using his core muscles to whip his leg. With that motion, he cheats a little bit by not exposing his hip too much because he's so fast, he can just whip his leg out and bring it back without you even know what happened.
And it's all over. Edson Barboza finishes a fight via leg kicks once again.
Number 4, one of my all-time favorites, jumping spinning back kick. Jumping back kick or jump spinning back kick, timing, distance, and accuracy. I've been doing that kick for years in the Gegard Mousasi fight. Gegard, when I watched him against Machida, when Machida flinched, he kind of pulled down a little bit. So when I turned, he popped his head right into the technique, and boom, it was perfect timing.
Oh! Right in the face! And now a flying knee!
Finished off with a flying knee, and got the victory. Number 3, the spinning, devastating hook kick. So the spinning hook kick, Edson Barboza, the way he threw that kick was kind of like a wheel hook kick. When he spun, he threw his hip so fast that the power shifted from his hip to the end of his leg. And if you watch that kick again closely, he didn't have to retract his leg. All the power is there, thus knocking his opponent out. With my kick, what I did, because I was so close to my opponent, I had to retract my leg. I had to tuck it really tight. And what that does, it locks my power up. With Edson Barboza, his power is out here. With me, my power is right here. The difference was we just pretty much shifted our power depending on our distance. My opponent was really close, so when I spun, I kept it tight, thus made it twice as strong. And sorry, Adam. Number 2, the straight head kick. To get kicked in the face, man, that sucks. It's like, oh my God, you know, it's one of those ooh moments.
Oh, head kick, it's it.
If you guys saw the Rashad Evans-Sean Salmon fight, where Rashad threw that head kick, Rashad was in a perfect position. Didn't have to do too much to pivot his hips, but when he threw the kick, Sean actually dropped his hand, which left his face totally open. What gave Rashad that extra whip of power is him retracting that leg, boom, thus executing it and leaving his power right at the end, sent homeboy flying. Number 1, the front kick. Front kicks, if you have proper timing and good technique, you can really do some damage. Conor actually throws really good front kick. It's called a thrust front kick. The great thing about that kick, it's so powerful, it's hard for you to grab the leg because you come straight up, there's no telegraph. I believe he fought Chad Mendes. After the scramble, they got up. Conor pretty much just threw it in one motion, thus giving it twice as much power. And if you hit a really good target like the stomach, it makes you really tired. Machida, he did what's called a jump front kick off the front leg. Feinted, he faked the back leg a little bit, thus making Randy focus on the back leg. Snuck that front leg in so nice, he didn't even see it coming. Anderson Silva. We fought Vitor, and Anderson dropped his hand a little bit, which kind of forced Vitor in, and all he had to do was extend his leg. I mean, he came straight down the middle and right up the chin. It was over.
He front kicked him in the face. Absolutely right. Trying to finish. It is over. Kick to the face. Anderson Silva.
Great timing and accuracy. Utilize it well, and you can do some damage.
Just a month after signing for the UFC in February of this year, British featherweight Mike Grundy would make his debut in front of a packed-out crowd at London's O2 Arena. The Commonwealth Games freestyle wrestling medalist and training partner of headliner Darren Till went toe-to-toe with fellow Brit Nad Niramani, and we were with him every step of the way.
I'm excited really now to just get out there and get the job done, you know, and put on a performance. This is from the kids from the gym, all saying good luck and stuff. That poster look, obviously, that poster was something I always wanted to be on. Terrietim, the easier today corner me, obviously someone I've always looked up to. Sass, there's myself. Till, obviously, main event today, Paul Taylor. That was one of my goals, to always be on that poster. Probably shout at me now on camera, won't he? Till, you all right? I'm gonna go down now.
Oh, what the are you? I never invited yous. I never invited yous. What, you going?
Go down
fight now?
Yeah, fight.
Look at the little smile on his face. Yeah, come here.
I'll see you after the fight, yeah?
Good man.
Yeah?
Just do what you know, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I will do. I'm ready. I can't wait.
I'm just sitting here like a just
get it on Fight Pass on the TV.
I will. We'll get it up. You get it up for us, yeah?
Get some beers in. Oh.
Good
right. Thanks, mate. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you.
Do
I'll
it
see you
now,
at the
mate.
fight. I'll do it. Thanks a lot. See you in a bit. See everyone. My son, who's 14, he gets really nervous. He won't come to the venue. He's going to stay at home. Hello, Jack. You okay? What are you eating? A donut. He actually sits and watches my opponents, and he says how he thinks I'm going to win and how he thinks the fight's going to go and stuff. TKO, it could be. Could be. Are you, what round you saying? Second, I said the same. I'm going to go anyway. Right, I'll see you in a bit, lad. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, I need to see that one. Look at that. How long has it been to try and get one of them?
I should have said, we've got you on me, didn't you? I know you wanted one. Mike's been around a long time. He's been doing the ballroom since the beginning of time, so he's well used to it. He's very calm, he always is, confident in his own ability. He's in a really good place.
You ready? Yeah. Let's do it, boys. Let's go.
Holding his chin, tall and proud, teammate of Darren Till, Mike Grundy makes his long-awaited UFC debut.
Fighting out of Wigan, Greater Manchester, England, Mike Grundy.
All right. Ready? Ready? Have fun.
So we have Grundy in the grey, Narimani in the black.
Hands up. Nice shot, Mike. Hands up.
Hands up again.
Oh, good right hand. He staggered him with that one. There's that level change.
Nice work.
Beautiful.
Gets it down.
Tight. No rush. No rush.
Narimani taking some big shots as he's trying to get back to his feet here.
Tight. Tight on the break.
Hands up.
Okay, let's increase the pressure, but the same thing, though. Keep him twitching, keep him doing all this, okay? And every time you feel that right hand land, don't admire it. Straight back, chin down, hands up high, then back on your pressure.
Get him out, please.
Beautiful takedown, yeah?
Okay, guys.
Round number 2 in this featherweight contest. Mike Grundy Naramani.
Oh! Shot. That right hand is solid. Oh! Beautiful uppercut to a two.
Grundy's in trouble here. He's wobbling.
He's gonna shoot.
Smells this one.
Oh! Beautiful.
Grundy trying to find some posture. Naramani's measuring that hand and that elbow. Beautiful.
He's just covering up.
How is Naramani staying on his feet?
Oh! Now hit. Oh! Shots. That's it. Grundy gets the victory in his debut here in London.
What a back and forth fight to the end there.
Declared the winner by
A big performance like that, it's a big night for your team. Was there any extra pressure coming in here, obviously, with Darren Till in the main event?
No, I won't put any extra pressure on myself. I come and treated it like a normal fight. I was just excited all week. I've been walking around with a smile on my face. You know, this is where I belong and this is where I want to be. And this is where I'm going to stay.
This is what he lives for. This is his only dream. Many walked through my door as one of the UFC fighters. He's surrounded by 7 UFC fighters and he wants to be there. Now he's just doing it. And he's doing it in style.
You're watching UFC Connected. Home to the Shevchenko sisters and many other UFC stars, Tiger Muay Thai and mixed martial arts has fast become one of the destinations for elite MMA athletes. Located in Phuket, Thailand, this unique facility has long had a reputation for its tough training sessions and idyllic surroundings. But there's much, much more to this renowned gym. Let's go inside the battlegrounds of Tiger MMA.
You know, they call it Tiger Muay Thai. A lot of people here have that kind of tiger mentality. The weather, the heat, it lives up to its expectations.
There's Khalil Roundtree Jr. making the walk for his 8th UFC appearance. He spent the last 6 weeks of his camp at the famed Tiger Muay Thai. George Hickman is in his corner here tonight.
There's something special about being able to train in Thailand. Oh my goodness. There are dudes right now booking their trip to Thailand.
Roundtree Jr.
I think a lot of the guys see the tryout video, right? And they see all these guys like working hard. They see the trainers beating them to the dirt. That's one of the things that drew me here. I wanted to see if it's really hard training, and it is. The way that the Thais train, these guys live it. They live fighting since they're 5 years old. The work ethic here is hard, it's hot. We're training outside. The focus here is really just like show up, train, hard work, train, hard work, train. There's not much else to do around this place but just eat, sleep, and train, and then everybody comes down here for that reason, and it shows.
People come here all the time and they're like, oh, you know, I was just expecting, you know, an MMA program, but, you know, really good Muay Thai. But the wrestling is very high level, the jiu-jitsu is very high level, and obviously the training partners, I think, is a big thing as well. There's just so many people from around the world in different countries. A lot of guys come to get ready for, you know, UFC fights. For instance, Khalil now, or Alex Volkanovski, or Peter Yan. They all have their own gyms back in their countries as well. They're not here full time.
It was a dream of mine to come in Thailand and train. I'm a striker, so it's like the mecca of a striker here. All trainers here, they have average 200 fights, average. So they have a lot of experience. You just have to be careful to don't be tricked on the vacation mode.
because it's easy to be tricked, like, oh, the fish is just right there. You can be in a vacation place like paradise and as well have a proper training.
A lot of UFC fighters come to Tiger Muay Thai. Probably between 20 and 30 different UFC fighters. It's the house of champion.
In Thailand, Tiger Muay Thai taking care about everything about us. What I have to do, just show up.
Valentina, she had been here since 2010. At that time, she just fight Muay Thai, no BJJ, no grappling. She told me I'll be UFC champion. Now she's the champion.
UFC Performance Institute #1 for me in Las Vegas. In Thailand, it's Tiger Muay Thai. You can see a lot of international fighters because everyone wants to come and to train and have this good experience.
Valentina and Antonina, they've been at Tiger almost as long as I've been here, coming back and forth. They love to travel, so they're not always here, but it's great to have them around. It's great for our girls that are still on lower level circuit fighting in different promotions to be able to train with them. It's pretty cool to see how Tiger's, just in the 5 years that I've been here, how it's grown and how it continues to grow. And I think the future is very bright. We're getting a lot of fighters that have been with us before they made it to the UFC that are now in the UFC. It's not only a tropical paradise to come and visit, but it's also a place that you can improve as a fighter and really get to that next level.
After nearly 20 years in MMA, Dublin-based Straight Blast Gym head coach John Cavanagh is credited with the success of some of the biggest names in the sport, including the notorious Conor McGregor. His unique insight and mindset have garnered universal praise amongst his peers, so we decided to speak to the man himself and find out more about Cavanagh's approach to the fight game in Coach's Corner.
Trust is everything. We're in the hurt business, the fight business, so decisions have to be made which can have repercussions on somebody's health. So I think it's a pretty unique relationship.
Since implementing fast, I've got a line up the sparring plan. If you're a coach out there, you better be ready to get more sparring plans.
Main responsibilities for fight week is, first and foremost, is making weight. Sometimes fighters can get a little bit obsessed about making the weight, and then when they've made weight, it's a celebration. It's almost like they switch off. So it's bringing them back in and reminding that making weight is not the contest is the contest. Yes, we're happy we made weight, but it's the following night is where we make money. It's why I do so many fight simulations in the gym in the lead up to it, so that we have had these conversations before, because we don't know on fight day how they're going to feel. Maybe they don't feel great that day. Maybe their girlfriend dumps them that day, I don't know. Regardless, come 9 p.m. on Saturday, they're gonna have to make that walk to the cage. So we will have gone through all of these scenarios in the gym so that whatever the circumstances are on fight day, they remember that all that matters is that they have their mouthpiece.
Yeah, sir. Let's go, sir.
Groin protection. Everything else the UFC take care of, give us. And then we make a walk to the cage. Actually making the walk towards the cage has become less stressful over time. I go through it pretty much every weekend, whether it's on a huge show like UFC or in a local gymnasium in Dublin for an amateur fight. Having done 1,000 odd walks, I recognize that I'm going to have certain feelings and I don't try to fight them off. I take a deep breath and say, I've done all I can. Now it's up to the MMA gods. I would describe my coaching style as relaxed.
Relax here, relax. Keep that left hand high.
Look for elbows, look for the elbows.
It's the coaching style that suits my personality.
He's just got that right hand, so step away, keep this up high, and then your check up. Everything else is fine.
There is the hair dryer coaches that they scream so much in your face, it's like the wind is blowing your hair dry. And some fighters respond very well to that. I've seen coaches in the corner smack their fighter, but that's just not me. I'd be afraid they'd hit me back. If you've had a very tough round and you walk back to the stool and your heart rate is close to 200 and you can't catch your breath, the seconds seem to go by very fast.
Rinse and spit. You can hold on to the water. How you feeling? Good.
You can start a negative thought pattern to say to yourself, I'm never going to be able to stand up off this stool. If, however, you're reminded that you were brought into that physical state during the training camp many, many times, that will give a little spark of confidence. And then you can go into technical instruction and they will trust that their body, that they're going to be ready to step up off the stool.
Just be careful, he's loading up in the backhand, waiting for your shot, so let's set it up, let's make an angle first.
You have to build up this relationship over time and know what are the pressure points, so as to try and give them that little boost.
5 minutes for the best fight of your life. 5 minutes. You're winning. You can do anything for 5 minutes. What a fight.
This sport is the highest highs and the lowest lows.
It is all over! Nate Diaz beats Conor McGregor!
It's a very emotionally stacked moment.
Oh, wow! What a submission!
Your fighter winning is pretty much the best thing that can happen in the world.
There's the tap! Gunnar Nelson has done it! He hurt him again. He hurt him bad. And it's all over! History has been made!
I think the secret to a happy life is to find something that's fulfilling to you, no matter what you're doing. And coaching was that to me. To be able to touch some lives and to have them be happy with the outcome, it's enormously rewarding. And I can't imagine doing anything else.
That wraps us up for another episode. Keep the conversation going online by using the hashtag UFC Connected. I'll see you next time.